This video covers the release notes for Lore version 0.7. This release was focused on bringing all of the core libraries up to date and improving the foundational user experience. React has been updated to version 15, React Router was updated to version 2, and all of the examples were updated to work with those changes. This release also includes a huge refactor of the CLI in order to improve the user experience and provide support for nested commands. Now when you execute Lore from the command line, you'll see a list of top-level commands. Typing the name of that command, for example lore generate, will show you nested help, displaying the list of generators that Lore has available. And if you type lore generate component, for example, you will see a list of options you can use when generating components. Additionally, this refactor of the CLI also brings it closer to supporting a formal plugin architecture that will allow you to override Lore's default commands or extend the CLI with your own. Another big focus for this release was providing a dedicated ES6 experience in order to accommodate both users who prefer ES5 and users who want to use ES6. Now when you create a project, you have the option to pass in the flag --ES6. When you do, the project that gets created will be composed entirely in ES6 syntax. This includes the files like routes at the root of the project, as well as the components provided by default like layout. If you open the lore.rc file at the root of the project, you'll also notice that there is a language property set to ES6. This property informs the CLI that any files it generates should automatically be created using ES6 syntax without you having to explicitly declare it. So now if you run lore generate component, the file will automatically be created using ES6. To build the project, you can still use npm start. However, because supporting ES6 requires using Babel node over regular node, if you want to change the port the development server runs on, you'll need to invoke Babel node directly when calling the server and passing in the desired port. So that covers the notes for this release. For the upcoming 0.8 release, the focus will be on adding support for pagination, using the approach outlined in the proposal, as well as providing support for a dedicated ESNext experience for anyone who would like to use decorators and static property types. Until then, take care, and thanks for watching.